Hello everyone, we've got a really nice trigonometry question here. So it says, show that cos²A is the same thing as 4cos³ minus 3cos². So the first thing I would say is we're going to be using the addition formulae here for this one. So here's the addition formulae, and let's have a look and see what we can do. So we've got cos²A. Now for this purposes of this question, we're going to think of cos²A as cos²A add A. And we're just going to rewrite that using this formula here. So that's going to be cos of 2A times by cos of A, and it's going to be a plus, so therefore it's going to be minus sine of 2A times by sine of A. So all we've done is basically write out the addition formulae with 2A and A in there. Okay, that's fine. Now, what we're going to do here at this point, this cos of 2A, that's a bracket there, let's put a bracket there. This cos of 2A needs to be rewritten in some kind of a different form, and so does this one. And we can tell that because the thing that we're aiming for in the 4cos³ minus 3cos is just in terms of A. So we need to basically replace this cos 2A. Now cos, let's think about what cos 2A is. So cos 2A is actually equal to cos² minus sin². Okay, again, that's just using this identity with A and B both as A. And we can see that the version that we're aiming for in the question has, in the right-hand side, everything expressed in terms of cos. So what we need to do is we need to rewrite this so the whole thing is in terms of cos. So therefore, let's have a look at this. So this is going to be cos² minus, open bracket, 1 minus cos². So we're just basically changing this. We're just working on this expression here. So that's going to turn out to be 2 cos² minus 1. So that's another way, all of that working there is just another way for us to write that cos 2A. Sin 2A, we've got less choices. It's pretty much just going to be 2 lots of sin A cos A. And where that's come from is that's come from, again, the addition formula here, but with A and B both being replaced by A. Sin A cos A add cos A sin A is 2 lots of sin A cos A. So now we're in a position to continue this. So we've now got that our cos of 3A, we've established that it's the same as cos of 2A add A, which in turn is this cos 2A, which we've now identified as being 2 cos² minus 1, multiplied by cos A, minus sin 2A, which we're saying is 2 lots of sin A cos A, times by cos A. Okay, so we're definitely getting there now with this one, getting a little bit closer to the thing that we're aiming for. That should be a sin A there. Let's have a look at that one because we've got times by sin A there. So that's our 2 sin A cos A there from replacing the 2 sin A, and there's our sin A there. Okay, so let's continue now. So almost, we're getting there now. The only thing is let's just expand everything. So that's going to give us 2 cos³ minus cos A minus 2 lots of sin² cos A. Now, we've got to get rid of all signs, so therefore the last thing we need to do is replace sin² with 1 minus cos². So 1 minus cos² times by cos A minus 2 cos³ minus cos A. So therefore that is now going to be 2 cos³ minus cos A minus 2 plus 2 lots of, oh, let's be careful, hang on. When we expand this bracket, that is going to be, just make sure we get that correct. When we expand that bracket, that is going to be minus 2 lots of cos A and plus 2 lots of cos²A. Okay, good. And now finally, collecting like terms, we are going to have 2 cos³ A 2 cos cubed A And this cos squared times cos is actually cos cubed. So that's going to be plus another 2 lots of cos cubed, so that's 4 cos cubed a, so that's that one and that one. And then we're going to have minus cos a, and minus 2 cos a is minus 3 lots of cos a, which is equal to the right hand side. So basically there we go. And you could write here that left hand side is equal to that. So step by step by step, we've just used the addition formulae in order to turn the identity so it's expressed all in terms of cost. So that's part A done for 4 marks. Quite like that, quite a nice 4 marks there. Okay, let's have a look at part B now. Part B says, hence solve in the range minus 90 to 180 the equation 1 minus cos 3x equals sine squared x. Okay, so the first thing to do is to use the identity from part A to replace the cos 3x. So we're going to have 1 minus, open brackets, 4 cos cubed x minus 3 cos x. So we've basically just replaced the identity using the answer from part A. And that is going to equal sine squared. Now, I think I'm just going to replace that sine squared straight away with 1 minus cos squared, because that way I'm going to get something that's all in terms of cos. So let's remove our brackets now. 1 minus 4 cos cubed x, and that's going to go to a minus and a minus. It's going to make plus 3 cos x is equal to 1 minus cos squared x. Okay, we can take 1 off both sides here. We can take this 4 over to the other side. So 4 cos cubed x, and then we're going to have minus 3 cos x, and we have minus cos squared x there as well. So we've dealt with everything there now, and this is all equal to 0. So at this stage, what we should do now is just factorize out a cos. So we're going to write this as cos x, open brackets, 4 cos squared x minus cos x minus 3 equals 0. There we go. So this is good now, and we can basically solve this and this separately. Let's factorize this. Just going to factorize this using the old rainbow split method. So 4 times by minus 3 is going to give us minus 12. So we're looking for 2 numbers that times together to make minus 12, but add together to make minus 1. So that is going to be minus 4 and plus 3. So I'm going to split this into minus 4 cos x and plus 3 cos x minus 3. Drop down the 4 cos squared x from there. Factorize out the 4 cos x. Gives me 4 cos x. And then we're going to have cos x minus 1. Cos x minus 1. Take out a 3 from this one, and that gives me cos x minus 1 there as well. So this brackets, this quadratic factorizes into 4 cos x plus 3, and then times by cos x minus 1, and we've got the cos x on the outside there as well. And all of that is equal to 0. Okay, perfect. So now we've just got to solve all of these various individual elements in the range minus 90 to 180. So let's draw the portion of cos in question that we're looking for. Intriguingly, minus 90. So there's our cosine graph. Here's our cosine graph. What portion are we interested in? We're in the portion up to minus 90 there, and going all the way up to 180 over here. Kind of an intriguing section there of cosine. So we're interested in this little bit here. That's what we want. Okay, so we've got to solve cos x equals 0. The inequalities include less than or equal to, so we're going to have that one and that one. So we're going to have from here, we're going to have the solutions x is equal to 90 and minus 90 degrees. So that's that one and that one. So we've dealt with that one. This one is going to be, we're trying to solve cos x is equal to minus 3/4. So we're going to have, it looks as though we're going to have one solution there for minus 3/4. So if I do get my calculator, put it into degrees, angle unit degrees, do inverse cos of minus 3/4. That gives me the value 138.59. So that is 130, let's say 139 degrees to the nearest degree. So we've dealt with that solution there, and then we've just got this solution here, which is this is going to be 3 cos x, that's badly written -1 there, and that is a -1 there. So we've got to basically solve cos x is equal to 1 here. So cos x is equal to 1, what we're solving here. And we can see there's one solution there, which is going to be at 0. So we've dealt with that one as well. So all of our solutions are, when we list them, we're going to have -90 degrees, we're going to have 0, we're going to have 90 degrees, and we're going to have 139 degrees. And that's that question done. So quite like that question. I hope you found that helpful. Remember, if you're finding these videos useful, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that's going to help me keep on growing the channel moving forward. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.